I finally made it on YouTube. Anyway, my name is Dee. I'm an occupational therapy assistant. I am here at work. I finally got the office to myself. So I decided to shoot a video to talk about my stress. So today I am at a preschool where I provide occupational therapy to 3 and 4 year olds, and sometimes 5 year olds. It depends on um, when their birthday falls. And I shared this trailer temp with other occupational therapists and physical therapists as well. But today is a Wednesday, and usually our preschoolers are not at school, and it's a professional development day for teachers. So most of the therapists aren't here, but I'm here today because I'm getting ready for a meeting that I'm super stressed about. And I'm really stressed because I'm not sure in what direction I should go with or go in with this student. He is 4 years old. This is my second year working with him. And while he's a cute little munchkin, very sweet, he has not made a lot of progress in occupational therapy. I see him twice a month for OT to work on him stabilizing a paper and then also using both hands to color, which is something that he can do. This child has the physical ability to color. It's just his attention is just everywhere. This student is very unique because he will pay attention to you. He becomes fixated on faces and hair, and even sometimes with your mouth, where he'll mimic movements that you're making with your mouth. And while that's really good for speech, occupational therapy is all about, participating with your hands or your upper extremities, to be more specific. So when it comes down to teaching him higher level skills like doing a form board or stacking blocks or making pre-writing strokes, he doesn't pay attention to what I'm doing long enough to give any type of response for it. So at this point, it's a lot of hand over hand assistance, which, after a certain point, that's not beneficial, because in order for motor learning to take place, the student has to be an active participant. And I don't really get that from him. Like, he'll pick up and grab materials, but as far as using them appropriately, I haven't seen him do that quite a bit. So I'm on the fence because I don't know whether I need to discharge him from OT, put him on consult only. And when consult only is me working closely with the classroom staff and the teacher to make sure that he is reaching his highest potential as far as participation. And that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm teaching new skills, but I may provide like adaptive materials or recommendations to modify the environment so that he does pay attention, or even compensatory strategies as well. So far, on his IEP, I did keep him on, for 2 times a month. But his goal is really centered around him paying attention. So his first goal, if I can pull it up, oh, wait, that's the wrong one. It's crazy when I have so many students with the same name, because when I go into like our online documentation center, website. I'm sorry. I get kind of confused. But let me pull it up because I don't remember his goals verbatim. And just a side note, while I'm looking this up, I am an OT assistant. I did talk about this with my supervisor. Her supervisory style is just me taking the lead, more or less. But she basically agreed with my goal, but we're both not sure of how we should handle the service hours. Okay. Fine motor. Okay, so his goals. Oh, well, no, this isn't. That's not it either. Oh, and I need to change the model for this as well. Do 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 do. Okay, physical fine motor, and on his last progress report, I did say not making sufficient progress. Let me read that. Okay. Since I can't say his name, I'll just refer to him as the student. Okay, so although inconsistent, the student is able to hold a thick marker to make marks on paper. However, he continues to demonstrate poor attention and limited participation in fine motor tasks, i.e., coloring, puzzles, stacking blocks, and cutting. He requires prompting 100% of the time, which is true, to grasp and manipulate and release objects, and he is not stabilizing objects with his non-dominant hand. He demonstrated improved participation in cause and effect activities as he will push a button to activate the feature of a toy. And that is all that I have for him. And his goal was to use both hands together to make 3 marks on paper during classroom and art and pre-writing activities. So while he can physically do it, like there is no motor difficulty. Let me back up. First of all, I'm seeing this child because he has a hypoplastic thumb. So the thumb on his right hand does not have any bone or muscle. It's just flesh. So he can't move it. So he's just hanging. So when he was evaluated in early intervention, when there's visually a motor delay or a abnormality, then usually children are picked up for occupational therapy or physical therapy. In this case, I think his biggest barrier is not his hypoplastic thumb. I think there's some genetic abnormalities going on, but his attention. And that just may be where he is developmentally. He may developmentally be at maybe a 9 to 12 month range when he's actually 4 years old. So, and also his stature is very reminiscent of a toddler, like a young boy. Anyway, so I'm stressed because I don't really know what direction I should go in. And I just realized I read his old goal. So his new goal that I created is... And his meeting is in 15 minutes, so yikes. Okay. So the student will demonstrate improved attention by participating in structured tabletop task for up to 3 minutes with minimal verbal and or gestural prompting. 3 out of 4 opportunities. So right now, this child will attend to a single task for maybe about 10 to 30 seconds on average before he is visually distracted, meaning that he's looking up in the sky or just looking up at my face, or before he refused to even pick up or handle the materials or follow my verbal instruction. And the objectives are also broken down into 3 objectives. So he will color a picture within 1 minute. So coloring motor-wise is something that he can do. I just want to expand his attention when he is coloring. Right now, he'll make a few marks and then, like I said before, he'll look off. So I want, for at least 1 minute, I want him to focus on coloring a picture. The second objective is he will independently play with a multi-sensory toy for 2 minutes using both hands to activate the features. So activating the features could be like pushing a button, turning a knob, moving a latch, opening, closing. I really want him to focus on those underlying motor delays that he has, while also working on his attention too, which I think may be very difficult and possibly not attainable for this child. And the third goal, before I head on out, is he will use a variety of materials, i.e. adaptive scissors, a glue stick, and paint, and participate in an art-related activity for 3 minutes with minimal redirection, 3 out of 4 opportunities. So that's the objective that I'm most worried about, him attaining within a school year. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes as well. Hopefully his mom is very receptive to everything that I'm recommending for him. So it won't be any conflict there. So if there's any occupational therapists or OT assistants out there, just leave a comment and let me know, how do you deal the stress of being conflicted when developing an IEP, because there may be a discrepancy in cognition and fine motor skills, but more or less their attention, or there's other factors that is a barrier to participation. So leave a comment and let me know, or just say hi. And if you guys like my videos, I will possibly make more. Thanks for tuning in and listening to me vent, and wish me luck.